Hey, what's up, guys? John Rettinger with John4Lakers.com here. I am back from vacation, so thank you all for the holiday wishes. The same back to you. Hope you guys are going to have a nice holiday with your family and friends. Holidays and New Year's are coming soon, so it's a good time to remember what's really important. Technology and all that stuff is just fun, but family and friends are really what matters most. So while I was gone, some interesting things happened. I danced with some elves, evidently. I'll put a link to that in the sidebar. Definitely worth checking out. And I saw that Apple announced that Steve Jobs won't be presenting at this year's Macworld, and in fact, this will be the last year Apple will be at Macworld, both of which are a little bit sad. So first, from the Steve Jobs not presenting standpoint, that was bound to happen eventually. It's a cycle of CEOs, I suppose, and maybe his time is winding down. And perhaps he wants to be less in front of the camera and have his health less scrutinized every time he shows himself. There's always rampant speculation about his well-being, and I can imagine that takes a toll on a man. So whether or not that's the case, I don't know. But what actually does make sense to me is Apple no longer presenting at Macworld, and I think that makes sense for a few reasons. First of all, Apple is no longer a niche product. They don't need these grandiose, bi-yearly conferences to show off their products anymore. It used to be Apple was you'd see a Mac one in every 100 computers. Now you go to any college campus or graduate campus, and you probably see 40 to 50% Apples. And those students are going to soon be businessmen or women that are going to use Apple products, and the market share is going to continue to grow. They don't need to grandstand with these events anymore. Also, they were forced to develop products on a product lifecycle that coincided with Macworld and the Worldwide Developers Conference. Now they have a little more flexibility to develop products that perhaps are more complete and perhaps aren't under their self-imposed tight deadlines anymore to release new products at these specified time frames. They've kind of become victims of their own success. What's Apple going to do this year? How are they going to top last year's? And when you do that, eventually you're going to end up diluting your brand with new products that don't help just for the sake of putting out new products. Unfortunately, Apple hasn't fallen victim to that yet, but they may very well if they keep having to do these conferences every year and have to wow the audience. And if they don't wow the audience, it ends up hurting their bottom line and their stock price. So they really were becoming, again, victims of their own success. Also, another reason they don't need these big conferences is Apple can very easily send out invitations to the press 2 weeks in advance and hold their own events for particular products. They can hold an event like they did a few months ago for the new MacBooks and a few months prior to that for the new iPods. They can still hold these events that are product specific, but when the products are ready to be developed and ready to be shown, not when, to January, what's Apple going to do? So those are just kind of my random thoughts and musings. I don't know if you agree or disagree. Leave your comments down below. I got a ton of new videos coming up for you guys. Xbox videos, phone videos, some more Apple videos coming up real soon. Back from vacation and energized, so stay tuned for those. And I'm wishing you and your family a happy holiday. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.